You won't believe this primary bedroom transformation where we went from this to this, and it even features an ombre painted accent wall. Now we can all remember the days when we had the matching bedspread and the wallpaper border, the violence over the windows, and in this room we just needed to find artwork that was appropriately sized as well. Now here's a preview of the end product, and I'll show you how we got here. And here you see our design inspiration. We started with a duvet cover from Pottery Barn, and from there I pulled out the colors that you see in the design on the right to determine the paint colors that we would use. Now let's get started. Here we start with a fresh coat of paint, and we're going with the lighter neutral gray that we had in our color palette. In our design, we are painting 3 walls the same neutral gray, and we're saving the accent wall for a little later in the video here. And here's a tip that we use a long handle on our roller so that way we can smooth out any unevenness from cutting in or when we use the shorter handle. And let's get started on the accent wall now. The top half of this wall is going to be painted the same light gray as the other 3 walls. And now on with the ombre technique. The next step is to paint the bottom half of our accent wall the darker of our charcoal gray. Now we're going to fill in this bottom section with our darkest charcoal gray, leaving a little space in between the 2 sections for all of our blending tone. We start the blending process by feathering up what is left on our roller. Now we blend a little bit of our top color paint with our darker color paint on the bottom, just to start blending those 2 sections together with a brush. We continue to add a little bit more of the top color paint to the bottom color paint so we can add a graduation for blending. Continue to blend using a soft cloth. Using your soft rag, just keep blending until you get the results that you desire. And here is our finished product. With a little help, we add the art, which is appropriately sized. Don't be afraid to mix patterns. Here our curtains have the same diamond shape that is in our duvet, but there's a different contrast where the background's a dark versus a light, so they do complement one another and they don't fight. And then we also hang them close to the ceiling to add height to our room. Now let's look back to our before shot so we can see the transformation of our finished product. How do you incorporate a wall-mounted TV into the design without it becoming an eyesore, because they do stick out from the wall a few inches? Well, we looked to some family room design inspirations and found that the floating shelves around it could be the solution. Once we figured out our spacing on the plan, we could start manufacturing our floating shelves and start installation. So now you can see with the finished product that TV, it really does blend in with the shelves and all of the decor around, so it's less of an eyesore. I hope you've enjoyed this transformation of this primary bedroom, and I hope it inspires you to take on maybe some of these elements in this design and incorporate them into your own home. And if you would, just let us know what your favorite part of this design is in the comments below.